He's the sidekick to the Flash, but he's also a great member of the Teen Titans. Hey guys, today I'll be giving you the comic book origins of Kid Flash. Kid Flash is actually a very well-known superhero now, thanks to his appearances on The Flash, and is a valued member in the Teen Titans. But in the event of Barry Allen's death, he became the next Flash. But I'll be covering the Kid Flash's origins that appeared in the later DC comics involving the DC Universe Rebirth and the New 52. So basically, when we see Wally, his real name is Wally West, by the way. He's Iris West's nephew. But when we see Wally, he is an angry teenager who has great hatred towards the Flash because he put his Uncle Daniel behind bars, which in this time his uncle Danny West is the New 52 Reverse Flash. Not only that, but since Iris knows Barry is the Flash, she tries to ask him to help Wally understand why he had to put his uncle behind bars. While the two of them decide to bond over a game of baseball, it actually still leaves Wally with hatred towards the Flash. One day when Wally decides to go and visit his Uncle Danny in prison, talking about how much he hates the Flash, his uncle actually says that the Flash was right to put him in prison so that he could pay for the murders and the crimes that he committed for his time as the Reverse Flash. He even made Wally make a promise that he would never end up like him on the inside of prison. But despite saying this, Danny still had incredible hatred towards Barry for putting him in prison. Not only that, but basically Wally got his speed after he was struck by lightning, which had actually turned out to be himself from the future. When his future self died, it actually turned into a form of Speed Force which entered Wally's body. Wally actually discovered his speed when he was at school and was not able to control it, and lightning started coming out of his body from all directions. Eventually it took the form of his future self and told him that over time he would learn how to use his powers, and the timeline would depend on how he chose to use his powers. So it turns out he decided to use them for good and fight crime. It was at this point he started to hate the Flash less and less. But when we see him in the DC Universe Rebirth, he's much more attached to the Speed Force and his powers. So much so that when he meets a new speedster named Mina, she's impressed of how far he's come and how much he knows about his speed in the short time he's had it. Eventually he uses his powers to help the Flash with a new evil speedster named Godspeed. He was even able to siphon enough Speed Force that he was finally able to manifest his full costume. And thus the new Kid Flash was born. Basically, he has all the abilities that the normal Flash and every speedster in the DC universe. Super speed, the ability to vibrate, create wind funnels with his arms, phase. But we have seen him, like I said, we have seen him in The Flash portrayed by Keenan Lonsdale, who does a very good job of it. We did see Wally first when he made his appearance in Season 2 of The Flash, but we would not see him become Kid Flash until Season 3. But that's it for Kid Flash, guys. Be sure to like and subscribe and comment what you think down below. I'll come back tomorrow and give you more origin stories. See you guys.